friend, how's it going? Thomas Decker here from GuitarRevolution.ca, and I am here because I want to help you to become the best guitar player you can ever be. It doesn't matter if you're just starting out and you want to play your first few songs, or if you already play guitar and want to go to the next level, to solo and lead levels. This channel is for you. In this video here, I want to talk to you about the best and easiest way to use the major scale. I don't know you, but when I learned the major scale, let me go back like 30 years ago. I learned it back in the 90s, 3 note per scale. And that was like a revelation for me. When I first learned this is how you play the major scale. And you apply this to any root, you're gonna have any major scale. And it was this. So C major, 3 note per string. Of course, in the 90s, you want to shred, you want to go fast as you can. Right? I'm still struggling with my alternate picking to this day. I never played like those guys, the metal heads, right? So like shredding. But anyways, this is the shape. I always found it a little hard to come with good melodies, good musical ideas with this shape. Later on, I learned the caged system, right? It goes like this. It makes a little more sense because I'm then thinking of chords and attaching to the note of the chords, right? So I can target a little better. Still though, music-wise was a little bit hard for me to actually come with good ideas. It wasn't until I actually started to do what I'm teaching you now and teaching my students, I teach this way as well, the best way to make good use of the major scale. I also made a video, there's a video about the minor scale, the best and easiest way to use the minor scale. It's exactly the same, okay? We're gonna use the pentatonic scale as our foundation, as our basis, and from there, we're gonna add the notes that we need to obtain the major scale. So instead of learning completely new shape and keep debating, no, the 3 note per string is better, or the caged system is better. No, we're gonna use the pentatonic. The pentatonic is better because it is so music friendly, right? When you use the pentatonic scale, you don't need much to have the feeling, the sensation that you're actually soloing. It's just because the sound of the pentatonic scale, it's so musical on its own, okay? So, and we're not gonna think about major pentatonic, a different shape. No, we're gonna use the good and old pentatonic shape, the first one that you first learned, the one that I learned when I was 12 years old, and we're gonna stick with it, okay? We're just gonna make some changes, actually not even changes, just add a few things on top of it so we can have the major scale. The backing track I have here is gonna be in the key of C, and you can apply this for any key, okay? But I'm gonna do it in key of C because of the backing track. Okay, the major scale. Let's get the major pentatonic to get that, okay? So to find the major pentatonic, we're gonna use that good and old, the most famous of all shape, that is this one. However, when I'm playing this shape on top of the root C, this note is C, I have the minor pentatonic here. Doesn't quite fit there, right? What you have to do is count 3 frets that way, 1, 2, 3, and your pinky will land on that root, that C. So in other words, instead of using finger 1 on the root, you're gonna use finger 4. And from there, you can play the pentatonic shape. Good old trick that I learned when I was 15 and I never forgot. So you're gonna put your finger 4 over the C, and from there you have the major pentatonic. Simple. The best shape, the best sounding, the best scale. And if it is a different root, all you have to do, put your pinky on that root, okay? So here we have the major pentatonic. These are the notes of the pentatonic of C major. the root here on the pinky. Now, we're gonna add 3 notes to this to obtain our major scale. I'm gonna zoom in, I'm gonna break it down for you. All right, so here's the root, here's the pentatonic, okay? And the notes we're gonna add to this is on the string E, the B string, and the G string. And if you watched my video how I do this over the minor, it will be exactly the same over the major. So on the E string, we're gonna use finger 3 here. So instead of being 1, 4, it would be 1, 3, 4, okay? On the B string, instead of being 1, 4, it would be 1, 2, 4. So 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4. And instead of being 1 and 3 here, we're gonna slide our finger one fret back to have this note here. So okay, that's what we're gonna be doing. So I'm not gonna use this in a very pragmatic way. I'm gonna use the pentatonic as my basis to improvise, and here and there I'm gonna add those notes in a very musical and melodic way that will make sense with the backing track. So let me show you here. I'm gonna put my backing track that is also in C, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean by that. Okay, C. I'm gonna start with the pentatonic, okay? Don't need much. Just the intro. Don't go crazy in the intro. Just pentatonic, very simple. Next round I'm gonna use the note on the E string, okay? There you go. Nice, eh? Alternating with the pentatonic. Now the E string. The G string. The B string. The E string. G string. Some bends here. Sounds good. And then pentatonic. Major. Major, right? Pentatonic. Pentatonic. major, pentatonic, so I can go back and forth in those two scales and it just sounds great. So you see how you can go like back and forth into the major, into the pentatonic, and use the phrases of pentatonic, then use the phrases for the major scale, and everything goes like clicking together, coming together, very musically, very melodically coherent, right? You're not like breaking what you're playing to play a shape. No, you're playing your phrasing, adding those notes, making musical sense, making the improvisation, the solo very melodic, and also, you know, you can connect with the listeners that you're serving, that you're making music with, even the band members and so on. And, you know, apply that to your playing. Just these three strings, the E, again, the E we're sliding back one fret. The B string is like 1, 2, 4, and the E string is 1, 3, 4. And the pentatonic. Right? So good, sounds so nice. And it seamlessly, right, goes back and forth between those two. I love it. And that's what I teach my students, and that's what I encourage you to learn. Apply to different shapes. There are different for the other shapes. The next one I will encourage you to use is where the root is on the A string. Right here. Right? So that would be my next suggestion for you. And that's also one of the tools I teach my students, because, you know, learning how to use the major scale for a lead player is a must. Not knowing the shapes, not knowing the runs, not knowing the cage system, no. It's how to use efficiently the major scale, right? You don't want to, when the music comes, when it's time for you to solo, when it's time for you to create a melody, this is the shape. No, you want to make music with. The music always has to win, right? It's not the technique, it's not the shapes, no, it's music. It's all about music. And as a lead player, it's something you must, you know, dominate. That's something you need to master, is the major scale. And it's one of the tools, the many tools I teach in my 30-day lead guitar jumpstart guide. It's a PDF file that you can have for free. You just click the link below and sign up, and I'll send it to your inbox. And there, I'm gonna guide you through few tools, 8 main tools I consider, not only me, but many lead guitar players use every single time they are in action. I'm in action. Which is like techniques, expression techniques, how to use the number system, and things like that. Soloing, improvising major, minor, pentatonic, double stops, what else I have there? Sixths, right? A lot of good techniques, good information that will bring your guitar playing to the next level in the next 30 days. I have a list of those tools, those skills, but not only that, I have lessons for you to develop your skills there. All you have to do, again, click the link below and register there. I'll send to your inbox so you can start working on your skills, and in the next 30 days you'll have results. I promise you that. Again, I want to encourage you, just sign up, register there. You're gonna get in your inbox completely free. Thank you so much for watching this video. Really hope this helps you to play better, to be more creative, to be more musical, and bring your playing to the next level. And that's my goal here. So thank you so much for spending this time here with me. I hope to see you in the next lesson. See you then.